All right. So, pasted the original version of the level, and this is a version where I've made some changes. And these are some rooms I'm working on about chain straightening. Now, here, before the stream, that Nuntar's, I had the stairs in here, but Nuntar said the room was a little busy. So, I moved them, and I'm thinking it might be good to have some more space between the sections here. That's a bit better. And let's see. Now this was a room I tried to make to replace a fiddly room, but I think it ended up a little on the easy side. We'll do a quick run through with it and try to explain my thought process. This room was basically about attacking over the chain. And originally there were 2 guards, and you had a mimic here who... And the idea was you had to get the mimic to kill the guards, but he'd move from this tile. So it was a bit of a pain. And the first thought I had was using the guards to show a weapon crossing the Gentryii chain. And then I figured it would make sense to use that to make a guard hit something across the chain. And this was basically the only finish I could think of, which does involve you attacking across the chain, but it's pretty simplistic. So does anybody have any thoughts on how this can be improved? Yeah, I didn't think of that. That can be fixed pretty easily, though. Just add a tunnel here. Originally, I was thinking of setting things up so you have to get around the Gentryii I had to the disarm token, but I couldn't. Well, that sounds annoying. But, right, the idea I was working with originally, but couldn't really think of anything for, was to try and get around this Gentryii I had to hit the disarm token. But I couldn't really I couldn't really think of a way to get that to work. Okay. Now, it would be hard to get something in position for that without giving you a stick or something, but let's see what we can do. Okay, a Wraithwing is a possibility. Alright. Whoop. In that case, I... Okay, and... oh, actually, I do want that arrow. But we don't need a pressure plate here anymore. Oh, but this... well, I guess... we can get that roach out with that, so I guess we do want a pressure plate. Yeah, but I'll play around with it. Yeah, we can't easily do anything with the roach. Yes. Well, it's a starting point. Well, let's play around with this. You know, we can change other things after we... And I guess we could... yeah, I don't think I can get this to work very easily. But, let's see, what if... Okay, so... The easiest thing to kill would be a rattlesnake or an adder. So we could do something with this. On the other hand, I don't see a way to force the kill before doing anything else. Well, I guess there's this. Because if I move here, the guard is definitely going to kill me. And I think we don't need the tunnels, although we do still want that one to block the guard. Alright, that's a good idea. What was this plate for again? Oh, to close this. Okay, right. Alright, so... Alright. This little corner makes it fairly easy to get the snake in there. Okay. I think that's pretty decent for an early room. So, yeah, now let's take just do a quick run through this one. It's pretty simple. A wall disappeared. I'll just fix that. And I guess this part can be Ormites too. So if you hit the checkpoint, you'll see that it goes on Ormites, but not on shallow water, and that's visible up there too. And if you do this, you get killed, so you have to push the mirror. Maybe I could put the mirror in the open space. Just, you know, so you have to think about it a little more. And here you've got nothing except your sword, so you figure out that you can use that to block the Gentryii. That's going to be the first real room. I might add some in here that are just decorative. They can't get you. You just see that they're chained up and can't move, I guess. But you know, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I won't. It's, you know, it's not going to be very complicated to fill that room either way. Now, this room I haven't done anything to, but I think it might be worth a look. I forget if I need anything more than this. Let's see. No, I could do it without getting the Gentryii. No, I can just do that. But I can also try and get golems on those upper plates. So, I think it's worth asking, you know, do we want to enforce either of those or add anything more to this? I wouldn't say it's a bad room, but it is a little on the simple side. Well, one thought I have is just... Oh wait, no, I want those to be... Well, that's a possibility too. I was going to look at, you have to... I was looking at, you have to do this, so you have to use some rubble to keep the Gentryii off of here. I guess if I move things down, I can add those. I can add some doors so that you can't put golem rubble on these. Yeah, just... I might as well make this one toggle it too. Let's see if this is solvable. Let's see, does this work? No, because of straightening. That's a bit annoying. Yeah. I mean, it's avoidable, but... Okay, so... That's solvable, but it requires a little bit of a straightening. It requires a bit of straightening knowledge. I guess we might take another look at that after I do some straightening rooms. I think it's a pretty solid idea, though. I think that's good enough for now. And, let's see. Speaking of straightening, I was starting on trying to teach the conditions for making it happen. These rooms, obviously, I'm not focused on aesthetics. So, the idea of this room is to teach the first condition for straightening, which happens to be the only one needed in that room I just did, and that is that the Gentryii's head can't be moving. Oh, we'll open this again. Okay, that did. Right, so you need to control the chain there, but it's also a little easy to trial and error. So, maybe I could improve that a bit. It's okay, though. And here, I'm trying to teach the second condition, which is that the Gentryii needs to be chained up. So, here you can see that it stops. And maybe I could, have another little lesson where you have to stop it early to help build that. And the notion here is just to drive home the idea that it's got to be chained up. So we break all of these except that one. And that makes that Gentryii straighten. Then we want this one to straighten. Like, this is a very simple setup, and the basic idea is just to drive home the point that you need to have the chain be trapped. That you need the Gentryii to have its chain stuck on something. But you know, it doesn't take that much thought. So, any thoughts on improving either of these? I think this one is at least okay. Especially if we keep that other room the same way, because that'll reinforce the lesson that you can keep a chain in place by making the head move. Well, I don't know yet. Yeah, I think the first part's okay, but yeah, is there any thoughts on how to better reinforce the lesson on the second part? I think that part is helpful because you have to straighten it at the top. Right. So the first thing I was thinking of was... Right. Yeah, that struck me too. My main point was just trying to teach the condition, but it did occur to me that I could have another Gentryii. And here you have... Oh, is this the right... Yeah, okay. So this is just a quick thought, but yeah. So here you have make it to... I should probably make these inaccessible. Otherwise you can just step on this one. I guess I could have a row of fire traps, or... Or just do this. So yeah, then there's this, and I didn't really think of anything more creative than just, you know, having these simple choices. So you could trial and error this, but it's obviously simpler if you pay a little attention. But yeah, this shouldn't just be a binary choice. That was just the first thought I had. Yeah, I don't have any thoughts right now, but I did just realize something about this room I just set up. Which is that I have two plates. I have multiple plates set up to toggle these, and I don't want that. So instead, I think I'm going to make a side passage. And let's make these match up, I guess. I tend to do that when I'm switching doors, even if it doesn't actually make less work. And I'll just set it up on both sides. And then put conquer tokens here. Okay. So, well, let's look at this again. I might just make a copy of the room to play around some more. So that if I do something really weird, I can still look at, you know, I still have the original to stare at. Alright, so let's just clear out this spot to... I'll leave that token for now just so green doors don't give me errors. I definitely like the idea of doing some kind of preparation over here. But do we maybe want to cut that down to one Gentryii or something? Or I could just have this be about... or I could just use this as a minor thing where you pick a Gentryii and make only that one or you make only some of the Gentryii straight and... Alright, so, yeah, we'll just... Alright, so let's see. Let's say we make this passage go this way. And, so you, realize, and so the, idea is that you just cut the ones that... And I'll just put some fire traps here. So this is what we've got right now. Oh, no, you want to keep the ones. Yeah, so this is just... I can make them shorter, but we'll worry about that. But we'll worry about that later. And then have just one final bit here, which I'm not sure on the details yet. Probably one Gentryii and put... And probably, yeah, it's probably going to involve just one Gentryii, but I'm not sure on the details yet. Anyway, with this setup, I can shorten this. I mean, I could have anyway, but especially clear that I can. Kind of want to go from the tail to the head, but let's do something over here. I think I want a few more I think I want one more section. And, yeah, let's just... Okay, let's just try this part in isolation. And so you... Okay, but we can't just move it by one. We can with some shallow water, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Oh. Okay, so that is an issue. But I see what we can do about it. It's still fairly simple, but... yeah, I'm open to doing more with it if anyone has any ideas, but... yeah, I think this is better at least. Alright. And, now let's look at one of the trickier rooms in the second half. Because this one's pretty unpleasant unless you break it. It's easy to fix the break, because it's just this. So, you know, it would be easy to fix by just putting a red door on the Conquer token. But the problem is that doing it the intended way is a big pain. Yeah, see. Because you have to time to get the Mimic in position at exactly the right time with the Gentryii in exactly the right position. I mean, we could make it a little easier, but I don't know that that really helps. You know, I'm not sure if it would be if there's something that can be done to salvage the basic idea, or if we're just better off doing something, just scrapping the room. But you know, I thought I'd bring it up. So, does anyone have any thoughts? Well, I do. I think it's just very much too precise. You have to get the Gentryii and the Mimic in exactly the right place at the right time. If it were just a little less picky, though, it might be okay, but... Okay, there we... Okay, see, I actually got there in time, but I need to actually get it when the Gentryii chain is on the very end of the... there. I just feel it's way too precise. I mean, I did get it, but I did not enjoy the process. I might as well show off a room I changed. This might need some additional tweaks. I might need to make that east path longer, but unlike the original, you don't have to deal with the Gentryii and the Briar at the same time. But I made it so you have to get the Gentryii further out. It's not that hard to... As I was saying, it's not that hard. You just have to be a little careful. And make sure all the diagonals are blocked. And that's, you know... That's a lot less frustrating than having to get the Gentryii out while the Briar is coming out. And probably about as difficult overall. But it's hard for me to say. And yeah, this room's fine. And I tried to fix up this room so that it has to be done the intended way, which involves getting the Gentryii dropped off a bridge. Oh, right. So you first do this to shorten the chain a little. And then you can get it trapped here and drop it. But the problem is in the enforcement. I think I enforced it better with some extra green doors and with this so that you can't have it chasing you on this side. I don't know if they need another trap here, or really it should be part of the same trap. That's really something for people to figure out in testing, if it can still be done without dropping the Gentryii. And another main change I made was taking the timer out of this room. People should tell me if that makes it just too... if that means there isn't enough to do, but I found the timer didn't add a lot to it. And this room I completely changed. So the original put you in stealth, and here I made it about invisibility instead. And you can't let the... and you can't let this plate get pressed. Alright, I wanted to do something. Actually, I think I do want that. And then I straighten the Gentryii so the queen stays in place. I want the queens to stay in place. Okay, I think what I want to do is... I want to get a roach. I want to get a roach in place. Alright, and I want to do this all in... Okay, I do want a roach to grow there. And I have plenty of time to kill that queen with the decoy. And yeah, that's my modified version of this room. I think it's more interesting and doesn't just suddenly have stealth. I think we made some progress, so I'll... Yeah, I'll see if I can get some more thoughts down, but I think this was a good session. But I think after about an hour of doing this, I need a break. This was very helpful, so thank you. And see if I can get more stuff done in the next week.